Hi, I'm Shamair Coeward, and I'm an entrepreneur and the CEO of LoveWorks 365. So, LoveWorks 365 is a social brand which promotes the acts of love in everyday life. So, pretty much, we are promoting love as a lifestyle. So, you're embedded in everything you do, from what you say, what you speak, how you treat others, how you treat yourself. We were actually neighbors, and we just got into a conversation one day, and I just revealed to her that I actually was in the foster care system, and just talked to her a bit about the challenges and the pieces of that part of my life that made me who I am today. And some of those were negative, some of those were, I guess, negative, positive, but overall it was my experience. And I don't know what made me just spill it, but I often wonder, was it supposed to be what it is today? Is that why we had that conversation?
Let's talk about your experience in foster care.
Okay, so I entered the foster care system, I would say about age 6. So I was in and out of foster care, different homes, some with families, some without, until I aged out at around age 21, New York City. I went to college, so I was able to be in the system for a little bit longer than others. Like, I think you age out at 18, unless you go to college, you're 21. Don't quote me on that. I'm not, a social worker. But so my experience itself, it was challenging. I won't by far pretend that it was not. But it's made me the person I am, today. I went to some homes where they weren't, the greatest of persons, but then I went to others where they were very caring and loving, and then I went to others where they were just apathetic. They were, executing on that task of taking you in and making sure you have a good place to eat and sleep, and off to school. Uh, but I would say overall, it was a challenging experience, but it was by far a learning experience. And what I would have to really say is, it's one of those things where it's like, what's your lemonade? You know what I mean? And I know that some of the experience uh, shape my personality. So, for example, I'm an extremely flexible person. Like, change doesn't bother me. I'm one of those. I get to the unique experience of getting excited when something's about to change, or being able to prepare myself for what's next a little quicker, having that adaptability. And I know that came from that system of change. And I probably have been through, I don't know, maybe 10 plus homes, 10, 13 homes throughout, my, throughout. But, so I know that's, one of those things that came as a result. And being able to, the biggest thing that I would actually say, if I would say, again, making lemonade out of lemons, is it really helped me to not judge a book by its cover. Because you get into situations where you're really beginning to learn to read people, and you become probably a bit more street smart than the average kid, because you're paying attention to your surroundings a lot more. And so, I've been in situations where people who were labeled or as good people, may not have done such good things, or may not have had the kindest heart. And then people who were labeled as traditional bad people, who did have good and genuine and kind hearts. So you kind of see that. And so as you grow older, you become an adult, the slate is wiped clean. Like, you are who you are until you tell me or you show me who you are. And that's one of those things that, you get from that system, where you would hope. And again, every challenge is different. Every personality of a child is different. So everyone has to find their own lemonade. You know what I mean? Because there might have been things that make you a little more on the con side. So you become a little less trusting, or it takes a bit more time to warm up to people, and not warm up. It may not be visibly warm up. It may be internally. You're still trying to figure the person out, or you're waiting to let down your guard. But that comes from years of kind of building that up. So that is that part of my experience. Another big part of my experience was that, and I think this actually helped me, was that I actually went through the experience with my siblings. So I'm the oldest of 4. And there were times where we'd all be in the same home, and there were times where just me and my sister would be in the same home, or just 3 of us would be in the same home. It just depended on what the next home could accommodate, or if we were with a family member, more than likely we were all together. So being the oldest really made me feel like, okay. And just having that sense from my mother and my father, like I knew that though they weren't there, they weren't able to be there, I still got that dose of they love me at some point. Well, I at least knew it. I call it an angel voice. Like I think an angel voice told me, they love you. It's going to be okay. Are you going to get through this? So